Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 1 preview and analysis. This video is for the game between the Oakland Raiders and the Indianapolis Colts. The game will be played at Indianapolis' Lucas Oil Stadium. These two teams come into this year sort of on different paths. The Raiders first. The Raiders made some changes in the offseason, most notably to that defense. They added a bunch of veterans on that defense, from Nick Roach, the linebacker, to Charles Woodson coming back, to Eric Walden, to LaRon Landry, and the list sort of goes on. I missed some guys here, sort of rattling them off. But the thinking is that defense was 26th in the league last year. Dennis Allen looks to get that defense up to par and really show some improvement in that area where they were absolutely dreadful last year, and where a guy like Carson Palmer didn't put up terrible numbers. I'm not saying he had a good season, but I'm saying a lot was hurt by the fact that that defense was so dreadful last year. And the thinking is you bring in some veterans, no studs, no premier names. I mean, Charles Woodson's a premier name, but certainly a little bit past his prime here. The thinking is to get that defense even to be average. It should help this team immensely, and we'll see how Dennis Allen works with that new defense here as the season progresses. On the offensive side of the ball, the big move that the Raiders obviously made in the offseason was bringing in Matt Flynn from the Seahawks. Flynn, for the second year in a row, gets acquired, and the thinking was that he would be the starter Week 1 for the Raiders, just like it was thought he would have been last year for the Seahawks. And all reports are indicating that the Raiders will start quarterback Terrell Pryor. Everyone's pretty familiar with Pryor. Even if you missed the late game he started last year, we all know him from Ohio State in his college days. And it looks like, again, Flynn will get beat out by a younger quarterback, a younger, inexperienced quarterback at that. So we'll see what Pryor brings to the table. What will help Pryor a lot is if Darren McFadden can ever get on track. If you own Darren McFadden in fantasy, certainly a frustrating player to have on your team. But when he's right and he's healthy, he can be a very good running back in this league. We'll see what he has left in the tank here early on in the season. And I think in this game in particular, where I think the Colts will be able to put up points on that newly revamped Raiders defense, I think it's a lot to ask from Terrell Pryor to sort of put this team on his back. So I think the only way the Raiders keep this game close is by, Darren McFadden sort of bursting onto the scene and in sort of a, hey, here I am again kind of game, and really going crazy here on the turf at Lucas Oil Stadium. For the Colts, on the other hand, Colts had a very inspirational season last year. There's no way around it. They finished 11-5, lost in the wild card round of the playoffs to the Ravens. They were led by first-year quarterback, a rookie quarterback, Andrew Luck. He set records for yards by a rookie, and he also set a record for 7 fourth-quarter comebacks by a rookie, which I think is a significant number. Remember, the Colts had 2 wins the year before Andrew Luck got drafted. Luck comes in, they have 11 last year. That's a 9-win turnaround. And remember, they went through turmoil themselves last year with Chuck Pagano, going through the whole issue he had with cancer. He seems to be recovered now, and he's back in the fold. But you still have a young team in Indianapolis. I don't like their defense at all. I don't see where they really improved the defense by leaps and bounds like I thought they needed to. But in this game against the Raiders, I don't know if that will really be exposed, to be honest with you. I don't know if it'll make that big of a difference. You look from Indianapolis on an offensive side of the ball now. You still have Reggie Wayne. You added Darius Hayward-Bay, who comes over from the Raiders. You have speedster also T.Y. Hilton in the slot. And you have the 2 young tight ends in Dwayne Allen and Kobe Fleener. The Colts got a little bit better on the interior of that offensive line, which they definitely needed to do. I'm looking for Andrew Luck to take another leap forward this year. There was a lot put on his shoulders last year. He threw the ball a lot more than any other rookie quarterback. In fact, he had the most attempts of any rookie in the history of the league. So we'll see if they can get more of a running game going. They brought Ahmad Bradshaw in. I think this will be a good game to see if they can get a little bit of a running game going to sort of test things out. You now have Bradshaw and Vic Ballard, a surprising rookie from last year. Looking to see if that defense improved at all for Indianapolis. If not, it could be another season of Andrew Luck having a lot on his shoulders. But again, this game, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I like the Raiders -10. I think this game will be a little bit closer than we think, but I like the Colts to win outright. So I like the Colts to win outright. I like the Raiders, though, -10 I look for this to be sort of like a maybe a 24-17 type of game here. Let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I upload videos all week, every week here. I preview every game. I cover all the news of the NFL, so be sure to subscribe. Thanks again for listening, and have a good night.